Now that you've been able to get your required licenses, distributors, ordered product, and applied for organized play, you'll need somewhere to store the product and let people play. That's where running the store and your day-to-day needs comes in. First, we'll talk about our renting guide. Longer contracts are best, and if they will let you, try to get the first month free or discounted so that you can set up without having to worry about not having product or sales up front. You'll need to fit a minimum of 16 people. More would be better. You need to ensure that modifications are allowed so you can hang up grid wall and other decorations. You get renter's insurance as soon as you can. Just research in your area, see what's best. Sometimes online options are better, but perhaps there's a local that might give a good discount. Ask loads of questions. Make sure to try to get the history of the place as much as possible. And don't be afraid to ask about the nitty-gritties because you're going to be in that location and you deserve to know. You have a space, what's going to go inside? You're going to need grid walls. You'll want to fit 2.5 for every 5 feet of wall. So when you measure your store and figure out how much of your store you're going to use as your retail space, you'll measure it out, and then for every 5 feet of that retail space, you'll need 2.5 grids. You'll also need wall mounts for each of those grids, and as for that, you will need 3 per grid. So for every 2 grids, you will need 5 wall mounts. We use the 12-inch shelf brackets for the 3-inch grids. You can fit 2 for every 4 feet or 3 or up to 3 for every 6 to 8 feet. However, if you're doing 8-foot shelves, I recommend 4 if you can make it work. For the shelves themselves, we use these 12-inch black laminated wood shelves. You can get them at Home Depot, or you can do your own research and see if there's a better place in your area. You'll also want some 12-inch hooks. These are for hanging product, and it's always good to get more than you think you need. As for your play area, you'll need a minimum of 16 chairs and 3 tables to fit 16 people comfortably. 8-foot tables are of course preferred, but 6-foot are plenty acceptable. I also recommend table mats. They're going to keep these tables nice. Glass display cabinets are a great way to display your singles and your higher value items. 1 to 3 displays are recommended, and often you can use one of them as your retail point of sale system place, so it doesn't completely leave your space at waste. Other display cases like dice cases or other like upfront, upright cases might be recommended depending on what you need. As for cleaning supplies, don't forget them. You'll want to make sure you get them before you open so you're not caught unawares, just in case you have a spill or someone's really messy. You never know. Your point of sale system or your POS is very important because you want to get paid. Square is preferred, and oftentimes they'll have little kits or collections of things that you can use for your POS system. Often like an iPad, a cash box, receipt printer, receipt paper, and a swivel base. Sometimes you can piecemeal some of these together, like especially if there's a local classifieds or like somebody's gone out of business in that area, maybe they might have some, and so you might be able to acquire it. However, you will need at least something to be able to get cash and collect card payments. You'll also need these for day-to-day office supply things, but also for online orders, which we will talk about next.